Puerto Rico is a small island country in the Caribbean known for its tropical weather, beaches, rich culture, and its rough local economy. While Puerto Ricans are considered legal U.S. citizens under U.S. legislature and receive government assistance such as Medicare, the U.S. had always been self-interested with its involvement with the island of Puerto Rico, having it as a commonwealth for almost 50 years. Other American agencies profit off of Puerto Rico, such as the IRS with its tax interests. The IRS has made loopholes that benefit themselves, such as Act 22. According to Act 22, thanks to a clause in the federal tax code, U.S. citizens who move to Puerto Rico can avoid paying federal income tax on any income earned in Puerto Rico. And thanks to another local law through Act 22, they can also cash in on any slew of tax breaks and total tax waivers that includes paying zero capital gains tax and zero tax on interest and dividends sourced to Puerto Rico. The IRS also collects around 3.5 billion US dollars from Puerto Ricans in taxes annually to fund FEMA and the military as well as other government agencies within the United States. However, FEMA has been using Puerto Rico for its benefit at the cost of its citizens' health and safety. FEMA's occupation of Puerto Rico during natural disasters, such as Hurricane Maria, have had instances of FEMA not really helping to the best of its abilities, or sometimes not helping at all. A few examples being leaving citizens in months-long blackouts, then taking many more months to restore said missing power, then passing the Stafford Act, which allows them to repair homes and infrastructure in Puerto Rico, but only up to its 60 years old out-of-date standards, as well as delaying construction of necessary public buildings like hospitals. In 1937, the U.S. government had begun sterilization of the Puerto Rican citizens in an attempt to avoid paying government assistance for families with young children on the island. The U.S. and Puerto Rican government created a bill for the sterilization program and provided the service to any and all women with or without children. However, they purposely failed to mention to these women and their families that this sterilization treatment was permanent. By 1960, one-third of women in Puerto Rico were sterilized by birth control pills that were 4 times stronger dosages than the birth control pills women used in the United States at the time. The whole sterilization project was a U.S. experiment for the birth control that we now have available today. Here are some interviews that we have gathered from our local community about conditions in Puerto Rico in the past and what it was like to live through them.
Hi everyone, this is my friend Ramon, raised and born in Puerto Rico. Today he's going to share with us some things about his childhood and also his perspective about Puerto Rico then and now. Thank you so much Ramon for being here today. So please tell us, ¿cómo ha sido para ti haber podido crecer en Puerto Rico?
Hi everyone. Growing up in Puerto Rico was lovely. Coming from a single mother and another brother. We come from a rural, Bristol family, low income, raised in a not so good neighborhood, we can say. And it was fun, I could say. My mom used to do her best to make us have a nice childhood. We used to go out to the beach, go to the park to ride the bikes. It was great. Can't complain.
How do you think the economy has changed over the time?
With the economy from now and then, before when I was growing up, the prices on food and gas, I could say it was way cheaper than now. Going back there 4 or 5 months ago, uh, I saw the difference in food prices, gas prices, and a lot of places out of business. So I did a little research on it, and I find out that before when I was growing up there, it was more of like they had factory of like sugarcane and all the agriculture stuff. Now it's more of more technological, more big companies that are actually leaving the country because of like natural disasters and they cannot keep up with the losses.
Yeah. Cierto, y María ha sido uno de los mayores impactos negativos que ha tenido la economía de Puerto Rico. Tanto así que han pasado muchos años después de este fenómeno y la isla aún no ha podido recuperarse por completo. Why do you think there has been a population decrease in Puerto Rico?
Based on my experience, I have aunt and uncles that actually still live in Puerto Rico. They're trying to leave the island just because of the stability of the economy. There's a lot of unemployment, and actually also the crime has been going up in Puerto Rico. To be a small island, it's a lot of crime. So family with kids, they want a different, I could say, different quality of life to grow their kids. So I would guess that it's more of like safety and better opportunities out here than in the island.
What aspects of Puerto Rican culture do you think has been lost over the time?
So going back when in my childhood, in school we used to do a lot of cultural dances, we could say. Like for example, Bomba y Plena. That's a very traditional dance in Puerto Rico. And with the time being that people are fleeing the island, coming to another country, with time on, they will be losing all that culture from the island. Like they actually dance while we play now. If you ask one of them, they will not even know or remember, oh yeah, of that dance. So yeah, the coach should be, left behind as people fleeing the island with time.
Okay, Ramon, tell me, what are your hopes for the future of Puerto Rico?
My hope for Puerto Rico as a Puerto Rican is that the government that is actually there, or the one that's coming to power, helps the economy, helps the people get new jobs, opportunity for the students, trying to get back on their feet after Maria disaster, and plus tourists. I was there. It's an amazing island, beautiful island. So if they help the island, more tourists come and the country's gonna boom.
Okay, Ramón, thank you for joining me. Gracias por compartir tu experiencia sobre lo que fue haber crecido en Puerto Rico, sobre tus esperanzas para la isla y nada, espero que todo lo que nos comentaste se haga realidad.
El placer es mío.
Hi everyone, my name is Raquel and this is my mom,
Isabel.
and today we're going to be doing an interview based on Puerto Rico back then versus now. So the first question I have here is, how do you think the economy has changed over time in Puerto Rico?
Well, I think the economy has transitioned primarily from agriculture based to more industrialized one, with the focus on manufacturing, particularly in pharmaceuticals and electronics. But I think that agriculturally, I think that's the better way to stay the environment in Puerto Rico, because it's just such a beautiful island. It shouldn't be so industrialized.
Next question, sorry. Why do you think there has been a population decrease in Puerto Rico?
So in my opinion, I don't think there has been a decrease in population. I think there has been an increase in population, but more so to the American people flocking from the US to Puerto Rico. It's become very Americanized. I believe that a lot of Puerto Ricans have left the island because they have lost touch with the island, and it's a lot more Americanized. At one time, there was no English speaking people in Puerto Rico, and now you find more people who speak English than Spanish. So we're losing kind of sort of our culture.
Okay. Should I stop it now or should I?
It's up to you.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Puerto Rico?
It was very free, unlike here in the States. In the States you're locked up in an apartment. In Puerto Rico you have the front yard, the backyard, you have the beaches close by, you have the rivers close by, you eat so much fresh fruit. You just go to your backyard, you pull a mango, you eat it. Everything's just so much more fresh than it is here. and it was very, very, very family oriented
In Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico.
Okay. What do you think about the natural disasters that's happening in Puerto Rico? And do you think the U.S. is doing a better job than before fixing damages done?
I think that the U.S. is not doing as much as I think that they can do to help us out in the disasters that are happening and have happened in Puerto Rico. Example, when the last major hurricane happened, Hurricane Maria, we were out of touch with a lot of what do you call that? Like FEMA and all the other companies that help us regroup water and this and that. It was a very slow process. So no, I don't think the U.S. is doing anything better.
So they've just always been bad.
I believe, in my opinion, I believe it's always been slow. Mm-hmm. Slow means bad because we want everything to be much quicker.
Yes, right.
We want help to get there much quicker.
Okay. And then which one, 6 or 7? Maybe 7.
Okay, what is it?
What aspects of Puerto Rican culture do you think have been lost over time?
What aspects?
Like we talked about before, like they've been colonized, so a lot of things have been like gone, like missing.
I mean, they still are very set in their old ways with a lot of cultures, a lot of holiday traditions. I just don't think that. I think because a lot of Puerto Ricans have left Puerto Rico, it's not the same traditions here in the U.S. Mm-hmm. In Puerto Rico, people still. I mean, Christmas is like a 3-week. Vacation for everyone. A lot of companies are closed, and we don't really celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Three Kings Day. For Easter, Holy Week is one of the holiest weeks for us, and also a lot of companies close. They also they probably still do, like for lunch, everything is closed for about an hour. That's still very much present, but I just think that the family portion of traditions have been lost because everything's a lot more modern and a lot more people have left Puerto Rico. So here, definitely in the U.S., there is no 3-week-long holiday celebration. Puerto Rico still, maybe not the full 3 weeks, but it still gets celebrated.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. But I like to say that Puerto Rico is still a beautiful island to go visit. It's gorgeous, beautiful beaches. And on the other hand, there are a lot more little islands around Puerto Rico that everyone should visit. Now, you just have to pay to go visit. When I was growing up, it was free. You could just take a boat and just go to different islands. And that was the beauty of growing up in Puerto Rico. Sorry, I had to tell you
that. Okay, well, thank you for your time, Mom.
Thank you.
And, yeah.
Yeah, visit Puerto Rico. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I love Puerto Rico.
Bye guys.